Welcome everyone, your host Gunner, and we got another video coming from Views from the Stands. And we got our transfer portal series as we've been doing every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday within this month. And our first school we're going to talk about here in episode 11 of our series. Yes, you guessed it, Miami Hurricanes. We're going to be talking about them. We're going to be talking about their class and the potential impact of this class. So 247 has them as the 32 best. One has them as the 17th best. They brought in 9 total players. Brought in 2 QBs, which one of them we'll talk about. Focused on the interior and DBs and the trenches, basically on the defensive side. And I'm excited to talk about this this class, guys. So first guy we're going to talk about, and he's pretty much, the guy that runs this class, in my opinion, Cameron Ward, QB coming from Washington State, had over 66.5% completion percentage each year. In 2021, he had 47 TDs and 10 interceptions, but then the last 2 years he had 48 combined. So it does seem like in teams, kind of figured him out in some sense. Still was an efficient quarterback. I do think this is obviously one of the many issues that Miami had. Not no disrespect to TVD, I just think he wasn't set up correctly, in my opinion, but based on coaching and all that. So um, I think with Cam, he's got an arm, he's got talent, Texas kid. So excited to see him in a Miami uniform and see what he can do for the squad. Because obviously, he's gonna have a lot on his shoulders. Next guy we're gonna talk about here is Masail Powell. I'm probably saying that first name wrong, and I apologize. Coming from Washington, safety, 6'1", 210. This is a big time safety in my opinion. 3 interceptions last year, got a TD. Very physical. Obviously, Wright was part of the Washington defense team in the playoffs, and so they weren't the best, but I think they played. They improved. It seemed like every game, basically, especially towards the end. Next guy we're going to talk about is Marley Cook, coming from Middle Tennessee, D lineman. Could play inside and a little bit outside as well. 10.5 career sacks. Did take a drop in sacks last year. Probably was keyed on more. Just kind of what I was looking into and seeing. But I think this is a good depth piece. They have some highly talented, recruits in that room, right? So you need kind of a seasoned vet, just to kind of, let guide this team or I would say that group, um, around life basically and learn. So I think this is a very underrated signing in my opinion, and excited to see what he can do. Next guy, Savion Riley, another safety coming from Vandy. Younger safety than Powell, but over 40 tackles and will be in rotation and could definitely compete still. Um, so I like the matchup and I like the fit. And he's got some years in him, so um, I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring that kind of that Miami physicality that we remember seeing in the early 2000s. And then lastly, we're going to talk about here, guys, is a guy named Zach Carpenter, interior lineman, 6'5", 295, as you see, coming from Ohio. He was at Indiana. So I think one of the pieces that I felt like at Miami was the interior line. And, they need to solidify that, in my opinion. I think they have good tackles, especially Francis out there. So he could, potentially be the guy to provide that. Again, grad transfer, so he's a one and done, and I expect um, you know somebody like that in a grad transfer position. You want to find the fit that you have the best opportunity, at least play and be in rotation. So I think he'll be that guy. And then so again, this Miami class, not a lot of players. Uh, I think just my hesitancy on this class, and it kind of goes back to that coach. It's Cristobal. I wonder if he can, put these guys in successful positions, um, and make plays. So good pieces. It's just what are they going to look like this upcoming year, and that's kind of the big question. But Cam's the big guy, pretty much the star of this class, and he's the big reason why he'll why they're higher than other classes. Let's say. But that will conclude part one, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Miami class. Um, you know, uh, yeah, I guess is kind of what my really thoughts right now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna take a quick break and get into part two of episode 11. Hi everyone, Gunner here to quickly say thank you for the continued support you guys are giving me and have been throughout this journey and whatnot. But if you haven't supported yet, please go subscribe to the channel. That will benefit you as you'll get notifications, and it benefit myself as well. Uh, but I hope you guys enjoy the Transfer Portal series. Here we go. Okay. Your host is back, Gunner, with part two of our Transfer Portal series, episode 11. And you guessed it right and already probably see it as I've been talking. We're going to be talking about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And so 247 has them as the 36th best class, one has them as the 15th best class. Brought in 8 total players, and we're going to be talking about pretty much most of these players. Definitely the main position I would call out is the wide receiver. They brought in 3 of the guys, but other than that, they definitely focused on just individual spots and kind of where they're at roster rise, right? And so the first guy we're going to talk about here is O.J. Obin, coming from a Duke grad transfer. He's got 14 career sacks, so he's going to a good defensive scheme where they definitely have some good, I think, some good solid pass rushers. So I think he'll be able to fit in nicely and produce. Next guy we're talking about is Riley Leonard. So this was definitely Notre Dame's guy from the jump. He was penciled in Notre Dame once he joined the portal, pretty much technically before he really officially did. Pretty solid season in 2022. Had 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but he was just really hurt this past season in 2023. So it's just hard to really look at the tape right and all that. My thing is I feel like we just don't know enough with him. He definitely has some potential, right, and a ceiling, right. He's uh, dual threat. He could run the ball. Obviously, he's a very physical runner. I just maybe I want to see more on the passing side. So I'm interested to see what Notre Dame can do. But what I'm kind of seeing right now is more of a dual threat guy. He's going to be running the ball, short routes and throws, and let the defense kind of do their thing. But one guy that he could definitely talk to, throw to, is Chris Mitchell. Obviously, going to talk to him, but FIU from Florida International, 100 catches, over 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns. Got a good frame, can run, shifty guy. So, this is somebody that I think can definitely do some havoc and create some mismatch for them this upcoming season. Next guy we're going to talk about is a good one, I think. Jordan Clark from ASU safety. This is Ryan Clark's kid, so shout out to Ryan Clark. This guy's got a nose for the ball, over 100 tackles, 3 career interceptions. So he's not afraid to, again, get his nose dirty and create some havoc. So he's going to go in a good NFL scheme where he's trying to, um, go to the next level. And so this will be his last year, obviously, and do his thing. So good, solid school to go to, regardless of my feelings towards Notre Dame. And I think this is a good spot for him in Jordan Clark. And then the last guy we're going to talk about here, guys, is Rod Hurd II from Northwestern. I think this is probably one of they're going to be one of their top players, I think, coming from out of this class. Over 150 tackles, 2 interceptions, physical DB, man. So I liked what I saw from the tape, and You know, obviously people didn't throw much to him. I mean, it's Big Ten, so they're not throwing as much. But man, the over 50, 150 tackles, he's going to be able to. Him and Jordan Clark are going to, are going to like. I'll be shocked if they're missing tackles. I think so. Um, Good gets for Notre Dame. It's hard to say, but they definitely got three impactful potential impactful players on the defensive side. I think Mitchell will be an impactful player. I think Leonard will be impactful, but I I wonder how much. I don't know. I just feel like um, I hate to say the word, but I just feel like he's tad overrated. So we will see, and find out as we get closer to um, season. But I'm sure most of you college fans know spring practice is starting or has started, and so shout out to the colleges there that have been practicing and are practicing today. It's obviously cool to see the changes and just the players, man. It gets you geeked up, man. So I'm very excited. But this class overall, again, going back to Notre Dame, I mean, it's a solid class. Definitely got some impact on the defensive side. Um, it's just I don't know how they're obviously they're not in a position to get a lot. So they trust what they have, and obviously they're kind of nitpicking, which is a okay. Um, so guys, that will conclude episode 11 of our transfer portal series. Let me know in the comments what you think of Notre Dame. Um, I know some SC fans probably out there are gonna definitely in a comment, which would be cool to see. But um, let me know and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, guys. And we'll talk to you Thursday. Peace.